started seated in the middle of the mat, you want to grab your mini ball or small pillow and you want to curl your tailbone under and start to roll back. Let your object placed at the tips of the shoulder blade, and then send your shoulders and head back. Hands are interlaced behind the head, feet are flat on the mat. Let your head fall heavy into the hands. Let those intercostal muscles open. Take a deep breath in through the rib cage. And a nice long exhale out your mouth, let it all go out. Even bigger breath in. Exhale, let it go. Good. Now I want you to imagine breathing into those back ribs. Expansive breath, like you have two big inflatable wings. And as you exhale, start to feel your frontal ribs draw towards each other and start to knit together and down into that ball. Another inhale. Really expand those back ribs, sides of the waist. Exhale, as those frontal ribs start to knit, gently pull that belly to the spine. Good. On your next inhale, breathe again. Fully into those ribs. Exhale, front ribs knit. Start to curl the head, heart, and shoulders up. Pause here. Make sure your pelvis didn't curl, so weight that tailbone heavier. Good. And then start to inhale. Weight your head heavy back into those hands as you lengthen the spine back. Exhale again. Front ribs knit together and they press down into the ball. And then inhale, lengthen the head back down. So we'll keep going here. Your cervical and your thoracic spine just curling here. Inhale. And everything from the belly button down is quiet. Good. Keep going here for the next 6. Exhale for 5. Navel drawing in and up. 4. 3 more. 2. On the next one, you're going to curl up and stay up. From here, lower your shoulders and head back an inch, and then exhale, curl up 2. So you're lengthening heavy head into those hands. Exhale into curl. We'll do 8 more pulses up. 7, 6, 5. Check in, easy breezy neck. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest it down, open up the chest. Take a deep breath in, exhale, let it go. Adding on elbows up, curl, head, heart, and shoulders back up. From here, float your left leg into tabletop. Take an inhale, and on your exhale, you're gonna rotate up and over towards that left thigh. And then inhale through center. Exhale again, continue to spiral right rib towards left hip. Keep lengthening that left hip heavy and down. So your hips are nice and square. Again, really thinking of those front ribs sliding down the belly. We're here for 4. Exhaling for 3, 2. Last one, hold the curl. You're gonna float your right leg into tabletop. Both legs meet together, take a breath. Good, and then start to lower both legs down. And then lift them right back up. Now, you can stay here with me, or you can just lower one leg at a time. Good. We're here for 5, 4. Can we curl up a little higher for 3, for 2, 1 more. Hold your legs to tabletop, take a deep breath in, place your right foot down, your left foot down, and then come through center and lower all the way down. Deep breath in, exhale, let it go. Other side, elbows up, take an inhale. Exhale, curl right back up to the base of those shoulder blades. Lengthen through that tail, right leg floats into tabletop. On your exhale, rotate up and over to the right, and then inhale through center. Stay lifted through center, exhale to spiral, left rib towards right hip bone. Your right hip is lengthening down towards the very corner of your mat, making sure those hips are nice and square. Let's do about 4 more. 3, 2. Curl up, hold that curl, lift your left leg into tabletop, squeeze your ankles, knees, and thighs together, draw the abs in, inhale, lower, and then exhale, lift. Inhale to lower, and then exhale to lift. You can always do one leg if 2 legs is too much. 5, and we hold. For 4, curl up a little more, lift your left shoulder blade up for 3. 2, 1 more. Hold, left foot down, right foot down, come through center, and rest. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Extend your legs long, and just carefully drape your body to one side, releasing that ball out from underneath you. Keep your feet on the ground, knees bent, lift your hips up, and then place the ball or pillow underneath your pelvis. Good, hands can come to your hips, and just give yourself a few pelvic curls, right? So you're gonna inhale, draw the low abs in, heavy the tailbone, and on your exhale, scoop and inhale out those low abs as you curl the tailbone. Inhale, release that tailbone heavy. Your pelvis is in neutral, and then you're gonna exhale, curl. One more time. Soften those ribs, they're heavy. Your navel's drawing in. Good. And then release your pelvis to neutral. Arms can be long by your side. From here, float your right leg into tabletop and hold it here. Release your right heel in towards your left glute. Your left knee is directly over it. Perfect. And just find that squaring off of the hips. From here, extend your left leg to a straight leg. You're gonna point the foot and lower it down to a hover, and then flex the foot and exhale, lift it up. Continue on here, pointing and lengthening through that left hip, flex, abs drawing in and up to pull that left leg back up towards the ceiling. And your left hip is anchoring down, nice even way on both sides of the pelvis. So we're starting to open up to the back of that left hamstring, but finding nice stability through our pelvis. Give me 2 more, we're gonna add on. 1 more here. And then when you're done, hold your left leg up to the ceiling, point the foot. Place your right leg into tabletop and pause here. Continue on, left leg will lower, and then you're gonna exhale, lift it back up. Now your range of movement might be a little different, a little smaller. Reach and lengthen, and then exhale, lift. Good, we got 6 more. We're gonna hold that left leg out. For 5, 4, 3, checking in, collarbone broad, last 2. 1 more. You're gonna lower your left leg halfway and hold. Lengthen through that left hip. Left leg opens 2 inches to the left, and then exhale, draw it back in. Inhale to open, exhale. We're here for 6, for 5, 4, 3, bottom 2 ribs heavy, 2, and 1. Take a breath, bend your left knee in, and let your knees fall into the chest. Good, weight that tailbone heavy, place your left foot back to the floor, and then right heel in towards that sitting bone. Square up the hips, extend your right leg up. Point the foot, reach and lengthen it all the way out. Try to touch the wall in front of you and flex, lift. Point and flex. And as you go through the next 6, I want you to resist the urge to tuck your pelvis. So tailbone's heavy, that right sit bone's anchored down. 4, and we add on. 3, opening up to the back of that right hamstring. 2, 1 more. Hold your right leg up, point the foot. Keep that right hip heavy, navel in, left leg into tabletop. Pause here, heavy the tail, and then right leg continues to lower and lift. Point, reach, and then flex, exhale, scoop to left. 6 more. 5, even way in both hips. For 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Right leg up to the ceiling. Lower your right leg down halfway. Reach and lengthen that right hip. Grow it long as you open. 2 inches to the right. Exhale, draw it in. Again, we're thinking of that left inner thigh hugging into the midline of the body. Our right leg really reaching and extending long. Keep going here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Hold. Right knee in, and then let both knees fall into the chest. Last variation here. Find the pelvis in neutral, legs into tabletop. Flex both feet back. Take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, extend your right leg out. And then inhale through center, you're gonna exhale, switch. Inhale, exhale, switch. I want you to imagine that the sole of your foot can make an imprint in the wall. Really push through the back of those legs. We're going for 6 more on each side. Collarbones nice and broad. Ribs knit together and down. Last 4, 3, 2. One more set here. Hold your right leg out long. Point the foot, point both feet. Lower your right leg down as your left leg reaches up to the ceiling. And then extend your left leg long. So we're extending and bending, keeping our hips nice and quiet. Keep reaching out. Think of scraping the floor with that bottom leg. One leg extends and one leg bends. 2 more. And then we'll reverse our bicycle. Good. And then reverse. One leg extends as one leg bends. Again, you're trying to touch that wall in front of you. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then finally, both knees can fall into the chest and rest. Curl the tailbone, peel those hips up off that ball, release the ball, and we're on our backs. One thing here, place that ball or pillow in between your inner thighs. We're going for a bridge. Arms long by your sides, take a deep breath in, ground into the feet, tuck your tailbone, and hold those hips up. Good. Holding here, really again, stand into all 4 corners of your feet, pelvis is lifted. Take a deep breath in. Just re-curl the tailbone here, really feeling that extension through your hips. It should feel nice. And then start to squeeze into that ball. Inhale, exhale, squeeze. So those upper inner thighs really crushing that ball. We're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold a squeeze of the ball. Press into the big toe ball mounds and lift your heels high, and then carefully release them back down. Lift the heels and lower. Keep going here. The height of your pelvis shouldn't change. The front ribs are knitted together. You're feeling all this length through the low back. We're really firing up to those glutes and hamstrings. Good. Continue here. We're here for 5 more, and we add on. 1 more variation for 4. For 3. Are you still actively squeezing into that ball? 2. Hold the heels up. Your pelvis is going to lower down halfway, and then lift it right back up. Hips lower, release, spread the sits bones wide, and then lift those hips up. Whew. Good. Keep going here. Again, check in with the upper body. Nice and easy. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Heels stay lifted. Take a breath. Squeeze that ball more. Curl the tailbone and start to melt the spine down. 1 bone at a time. Heels lower down. Grab the ball. You can give a little tick-tock side to side with those knees. And then take those knees all the way over to the left. We're going to come onto our left side and place the ball right at the back of our right knee. Perfect. So your shins are parallel to the wall in front of you. And you're just going to lay on your left bicep. Stick your butt out. Draw the abs in. And again, soft front ribs. So by lengthening through the right side of the waist, you should feel the left side of the waist peel up away from the mat. Lift your top leg up at hip height. Hold there for a minute, and again, send your right hip back and give your right knee reaching forward. Try not to lose the ball, and then lower the leg down. We're gonna lift it up. I'm just gonna do another adjustment for good measure. Lift it up, and then slowly resist it close. So we'll do 8 sets of each exercise. And make sure as you're lifting that right leg up that your right hip doesn't fall back into space. 3 more. 2. Hold that leg up on 1. From here, keep the femur bone where it is. You just lower your heel and then lift the heel. So we're doing some external rotation from the top of that hip. We're going for 6 more. You have 5. Heel to heel. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the shin back up and lower the leg down. Bring it right back up. Flex the right foot if it's not, and then from there, press that right leg back, finding extension through that right hip, and then bring it back so it's parallel to that bottom leg. Keep going here. Exhale, inhale. Good, and the pelvis is nice and stable. There's no rocking forward or back on those hips. Your right hand can always come in front of you to help with balance. Just keep gently pressing that right hip forward as you push that right sole of the foot into the wall behind you. Good. We're gonna hold our right leg back on 1. Hold it here. Your right arm reaches forward. Your palm faces out. Take a deep breath in on your exhale. Have a connection with hand to knee, feeling through that right oblique, and then reach that right arm forward, shoulder height, knee back. Exhale to press. Have a moment. Inhale, reach it back. We're here for 6. We're here for 5. 4. Stick your butt out more. 3, 2, 1 more. Now send your right leg back. Reach your right arm forward, but flip the palm up to the ceiling. Bring the knee back to hover, and you're gonna go heel to heel, and then knee to knee. Your right arm is externally rotated, feeling length through the right side of the neck. And we're thinking of reaching up and over like a rainbow with our right knee. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest the knees, rest the shins. Nice work. You extend your right leg long, reach your right arm over your head, and then make your way on up, and we'll go right into the other side. So place that ball securely behind that left knee, shins parallel to the wall, and then take a lie down on your right bicep. Stick your butt out, top hand to top hip. Lift your top leg up. Keeping that length to the left side of the waist, you should feel the right side of the waist pull up away from the ground. Stomach in, ribs soft. Hold it there, take a breath, and then lower the legs back down. Again, we lift, and then we lower back down. 6 more. Good, and then check in that your left hip is slightly rolled forward, right over that right hip. Good, try to keep your bottom leg rested and heavy. Last 2. Holding it up on 1, pausing in here. Keep the femur bone where it is. You're gonna drop your heel and then lift it right back up. So the shin drops, good. So we're feeling that it's outer thighs wrap, inner thighs reaching and spiraling up towards the ceiling. 4, abs pulling in and up. 3, 2, 1 more. And then from there, rest your knee, rest your shin. Lift it right back up. Flex the left foot good and send it all the way back. Exhale, and then let that knee hover right over your bottom leg. Again, press it back, and then reach it forward. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're going to hold it back, right arm forward, palm facing out, and then you connect knee to hand, and then reach it forward, and arm forward, leg back. Exhale, have a moment, and then reach. Again, pelvis is stable, obliques are working. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1, hold. Right arm reaches forward, flip the left palm up towards the ceiling. You're gonna go heel to heel, and then knee to knee. Heel to heel, knee to knee. Keep externally rotating that upper arm bone, and try to think of lifting that knee up and over an imaginary ball. We're here for the last 4. Belly to spine. 3, 2, and 1. Rest your knee down, rest your shin down. Really nice work. Grab the ball, extend your left leg long, reach your left arm over your head. Take a deep breath in and out. Make your way up to all 4s. You're gonna place that ball in between those inner thighs, shoulders over your wrists, knees underneath the hips. From here, give yourself a cat-cow. Drop the belly, look up, lift the tail, and then press into those palms, scoop the navel in, drop your head heavy between those arms. 2 more. Last one. You're gonna meet me in a nice neutral pelvis, tucking all 10 toes under. Externally rotate both upper arm bones so those elbows are pointing back. Press into the palms, draw the belly in, and send those back ribs a little higher up towards the ceiling. Good. From here, take an inhale, and on your exhale, hover your knees 2 inches off the ground. You're gonna pause here. Make sure your tailbone's lengthening. The heart, the sternum's reaching forward in the opposite direction. Wrap those armpits in. We're here for 5 more moments. Really push into those arms for 4. Navel to spine. 3, 2, and 1. Tap the knees down. Take a breath. And on your exhale, lift them right back up. So the knees tap, and the exhale, lift. We're here for 6. Arms are strong and still. 5. Just the pelvis lowering and lifting. For 4. 3, 2, 1 more. Hold. Take an inhale, and on exhale, pike ribs up towards the ceiling. Downward facing dog. Good. Slight bend of the knees. Let's measure out to a plank. You may have to walk your hands, one handprint forward, opening up through that dog. Lift your heels, take a breath, and then slowly curl the tailbone and wave the spine forward to your plank. Squeeze into the ball, feel the low abdominals draw in, and your navel pull to the spine. Pike the hips up and back, downward facing dog, lower the heels. Lift the heels, articulate spine, lengthening forward, really lengthen through the legs in opposition. And then from there, pike the hips up and back, lower the heels down. 1 more time, lift the heels, wave the spine forward, and pause. A couple more breaths here. Maybe play around with peeling a foot off the ground. Nice. I'm gonna go for 1 more on each side. Keeping those hips nice and square to the floor. And then when you're ready, everyone, we're gonna meet in downward facing dog. Shorten your dog, ground those heels down, and let every exhale, think of your chest reaching a little closer to your thighs. Good. Walk your hands all the way towards your 10 toes. Slight bend in the knees, draw the belly in, gently squeeze into that ball, and stack your spine up to tall, 1 bone at a time. You're gonna take the ball into your hands, feet about hip distance apart. Grab the ball with the heels of the hands pressing to the ball gently. Soften your front ribs. You're gonna step your right foot towards the front of your mat. You're gonna rotate your chest, torso to the right, push off your right foot, and then come back to 2 feet. And then your left foot steps forward, both legs are bent, rotate on the exhale, and then come back to 2 feet. Keep going here, alternating side to side. So we're really using our low abs and our front foot to really find that rebound to stand back. And the rotation can be really small. Good. Keep the shoulders away from those ears. Good. We'll do about 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. You're gonna meet me in your lunge with your right foot forward. Hold it here. Tuck your tailbone under, draw the abs in. From here, you're gonna go up an inch and down an inch. Up an inch and down an inch. Keep dialing that right hip back. left hip gently forward. We're here for 5, and we're gonna hold a lunge. 4, 3, 2, 1, hold it here. You're gonna press into your right foot, left leg straightens, and you're gonna hover over that right leg. Dial that right hip back, and then tap your left foot in, tap your left foot back, and then you're gonna come upright. Both legs are bent. So combination, hinge the torso forward, drive into your right foot, step your left foot in, step your left foot out, send your torso upright, both legs bent. Continue here for the next 8, 7, 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. You're gonna hold the lunge, torso forward, left leg straight. Pause here, broaden up to the collarbones, take a breath, and start to tap your left foot in and out. So just the foot now, taps in and out. We're gonna add some arms. If it's too much for you, just continue with the toe taps. The next time your left leg reaches out, arms reach forward, and you draw it in. If you want a little more, knee to ball. Knee to ball. We're finishing this here for 10, 9, keep driving those low abs in and up. Knee to the ball for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and stand it up. Let's walk it to the back of the mat and do the other side. Feet are parallel, balls in the center of the chest, elbows nice and wide. Step your left foot all the way forward. Pause in this forward lunge. Draw that left hip back, right hip slightly forward. Tuck the tailbone, abs drawing it up, go up an inch and down an inch. So we're about to stand onto our left foot. So put a little more majority of the weight on your left big toe ball mound here. Finding that connection with that glute. Good. 4, 3, 2, now hold it low. You're gonna send your torso forward, right leg extends to straight. Hold it here, tap your right foot in, extend your right leg out, and then bring your torso upright. Extend it out, tap, reach it back, send your pelvis upright, out, in. Good. Continue here for the next 7, 6, 5, use that back leg. Lengthen your heart forward. 3 more. Really press into that whole left foot. 2. 1 more. You're gonna hold that torso forward, right leg strong and straight. Dial that left hip back, tap the foot, and step it back. So stability in that left hip. Sit a little deeper into that left hip. And then let's start to add the legs. Arms extend as your right leg extends, and then they draw in. Now you can stay here or pick it up. Maybe the knee has connection with the ball. And pick it up for the next 10 moments. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And that is done. Really nice work. Let's get rid of the ball. And then meet me right back at the back of the mat. Slight bend in the knees, arms reach down by your sides and up. Look up. And then on your exhale, nod the chin and slowly roll down, one bone at a time. Give your knees a generous bend, let the belly fall to your thighs. From here, tense up to fingertips, find more of a flat back, and then just bend your right knee a little more. Good. Maybe straightening up to the left leg. And then bend deeply into that left knee, maybe your right leg straightens. Soften both knees, take your right hand to the middle of the mat, bend your right knee a lot, and this time open up your left arm to the left. Another deep breath in. Can you try to lean back a little bit? Good. And replace your left hand with your right hand. Deeply bend in your left knee, and then spiral chest, torso, See if your left eye can see the ceiling. Take another inhale. Lean back here on your exhale. Great. Plant your hands down. Let your head rest for a moment. We're gonna come for our finisher. You're gonna walk all the way forward towards the front of your mat. Stack those shoulders right over your wrists. Great. Let's drop our knees, cross our ankles. Press into the palms, elbows wrap back for a tricep push-up. Press away, untuck the toes, and your right hand's gonna tap your left shoulder, right hand down. Drop the knees, cross the ankles, tricep press. Uncross the ankles, left hand taps your right shoulder. So here we go. We're gonna continue here. If you wanna skip the knee drop and just go into the tricep press in a full plank, that is great. Go for it. Try to lower that whole chest down to the floor. When you shoulder tap, make sure you're not opening up through those hips. Keep them nice and square to the floor. We got 4 more. 3. Last set. One more. Hold that plank, take a deep breath in, find that length, and then pike your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet here. Nice. And then we'll walk our feet through center, and our hands will meet us halfway to our feet. Take an inhale. Again, check in that your head is heavy, your arms are heavy, and drive into those feet. Start to roll those hips up. Tuck those hips under, I should say, and roll up one bone at a time. Stack the head right on top of the tailbone. Give yourselves a shoulder roll forward, up and back. One more. Nice and done.